here today because I want to answer questions, but I also want to be cautious.
You might want to, but you haven't answered. I don't think you've answered one question from the chairman, the ranking member, or me.
Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheatle testifying before Congress today on the Trump assassination attempt, saying it was, quote, most significant operational failure at the Secret Service in decades.
And joining us now with his reaction to the security lapses is Robert McDonald. He served with the Secret Service for 20 years. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, first let's start with the hearing. I mean, she got slammed by lawmakers on both sides. Expletives were flying. I think some people would rather resign than go through public shaming like that.
Absolutely. It wasn't a very good day for the Secret Service or Director Cheatle today. You know, you can't really go up to Congress and not be prepared to answer questions. She gave a lot of very vague answers, a lot of answers with respect to the investigation is still ongoing. I'm mindful of that, and I understand the sensitivities around that. But we also have a situation here where we have a number of eyewitness testimony and cell phone video of the situation that we had last Saturday. So there's a lot of information that's already out there that she really seemed to be stonewalling about.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of accountability, the top Democrat, Jamie Raskin, on this oversight committee wants her to step down. You have bipartisan support in her resigning. Should she resign? She's very defiant not to.
Well, when's the last time we saw bipartisan indications on a particular topic? It's been a long time. I'm not a political scientist, but I thought that was very telling today. Look, when you've got both sides of the aisle asking for someone's resignation, I think that there's not a lot of confidence left in that position, and I think it's probably time for somebody else to come in and take over.
Now, at the heart of this, there's just been so many questions about the security surrounding the assassination attempt. Maybe you could talk about the security lapses that you saw were the most poignant.
I think the main area that's going to be scrutinized here is the protective advance and how that young man was able to get up on that roof with a high-powered rifle and get those shots off. I think if we look at the shift response, those are the agents directly in and around the former president on the stage, was pretty good. They were pretty quick in getting in there to put their bodies between him and harm and get him off the stage, albeit I would have liked to seen that a little quicker. And now we've got the aftermath where the messaging from the Secret Service, the whys and the wherefores, is going to have to be dealt with. How did this happen? Why did this happen? What allowed this situation to rear itself during this event? And how do we certainly prevent it from happening again as we move into the home stretch of our elective process?
Yeah, it has been 9 days since this attempted assassination of a former president. Today, she admitted that she still has not visited the site in Butler, Pennsylvania. I mean, you've worked with the Secret Service for 20 years. What do you make of that?
Well, you've got to lead from the front. And look, there's a lot of situations here that whatever choices she's making with respect to how she wants to lead the agency, she had to answer to those today. But the men and the women of the Secret Service who work hard every day and do a terrific job. We didn't do a great job a week ago Saturday, but there are men and women out there working very hard away from their families, nights, weekends, and holidays to protect the leaders of this country and other countries, and we have to give them the support that they need to continue to go out and do their job to the very best of their ability.
Robert, you said she got to leave from the front, so do you think that she should resign?
I think it's probably inevitable that that's coming down the road in the short term here.
Yeah. All right, Robert McDonald, thank you so much.